I almost cried in the car the other day. No joke. I was like, I could cry right now. I feel like I listened to a Jason Aldean song. It's that I think I'd listened to it, but then I was just listening and I was in the car alone. And it's that
Dude,
that Laughed Until You Cried song. Laughed Until We Cried.
Why did
it talks about like they were like trying to have a kid, and then he remembers her like running in, and they like danced and laughed and all that when they like got pregnant, and then it talks about the baby, and I was like, oh, that's sweet. I was like in my feels a little bit.
Dang. So it was just a song.
It was just a song. No, I got that music video up.
You're watching the music video?
Jason Aldean just like, I'm like, it's so beautiful. What's he look like under that hat? Hey, everyone. Welcome in to episode 31. We're chipping away at this 52 episode goal that we have. TBD on what we do when we get there.
I don't know.
Do we keep going, or what is... I'm actually curious to ask you this because what is in the back of your mind, like what have you always thought? When we get to 52, if we're celebrating New Year's Eve together, are we looking at each other, dab up one last time, we had a good run, then we each get a little end of year bonus selling all this podcast equipment, or
I really
are we
don't
keeping
know.
it going?
I really don't know. I've thought about it a couple times. It feels like it needs to be extravagant, but then also, like, what if it really is just like we swing the mics together one last time and hang it up and just like end while we're so ahead.
And then we get back on really quick and we're like, if you know anybody that wants to buy a bunch of podcast equipment,
right,
drop us a comment.
I don't know though.
Maybe we set a goal, like a subscriber goal by the end of the year. And if we're there, we keep going. If we're not, we cut it off.
Ooh, man. What's that goal look like though?
It's got to be like 500. Because we're like a little over halfway through the year and we're at 300. So I feel like that's a realistic goal.
It's actually funny you say 500 because there's 2 tiers in YouTube analytics to start gaining profit. And 500 subscribers is the first tier you need to start gaining profit.
And then we get what, like a couple pennies a month?
It's she just really comes alive when we start talking. But
she's like, listen to me.
But no, so I think the second tier is like where you make money just purely off of advertisements and viewership.
That'll play before your
but the first tier I think is like, I don't really even know if that is like just pure profit, because I think we have to, it's more of like a creator tool where like you can sell or you can promote things maybe, or I don't know. It's different stuff. I'd have to look into it, but 500 I think is okay. I get maybe a decent goal.
All right. We'll say if we're not at 500 by the end of the year, we have to stop. If we're at 500, we can make the decision.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
So we'll see.
I actually like that a lot. Yeah. Because I think it's doable, but I also think it's not like
it's not
easily
given.
attainable. Yeah.
I think we'll have to get back on posting reels for sure if we want to hit it.
For sure.
But I do want to address something off the rip.
Go for it.
Things look a little different.
A little more swivelly.
A little more relaxed, a little more comf, a little more cozy, and a little less squeaky, huh?
Amen.
Dude, and I'm going to be honest, I don't miss all this.
I never did. I
thought I
knew
might
I
miss
wouldn't.
it.
I knew I
thought
wouldn't.
I might miss it.
No, because let me tell you, this a lot better than this.
These are nice with it. I can stay right in contact with the mic from any angle.
That's true. That's
Kinda
true.
nice.
If you were to lean back, you would lean away from the mic.
Yeah.
But no, yeah.
Surprised you with these this week. I
Yes.
said, I got a surprise for you, Justice. Come over. And he got to the house, and I had all this equipment set up for a workout. And he was like, dude, is that the surprise? Because he did not want to do that workout. And then I was like, no, come to the basement.
Yeah, no, that was legit.
Fire.
It was a pretty dope surprise.
Tell me what's been going on this week.
This week I was, let's see, I filmed an interview early this week. I was helping out Wednesday night. Our church was having a little like get together for high school students as they normally do. Mm-hmm. But it was kind of interesting. They did this like amazing race thing. So, which they've never done that before. I thought it was pretty cool. But basically there was just stations all around the property. They had to run around. And I was helping out at the station, and they had some riddles. they had some riddles on the handicap signs, and we were going down
some riddles on the handicap.
Yeah, just
signs?
like they had stations all around the property, but like on the handicap signs in the parking lot, they had taped up riddles on pieces of paper.
I couldn't tell what you were saying there.
But anyway, yeah, sorry. Ev is kind of like distracting me at the moment.
Like in order for a handicapped person to park there, they have to solve a riddle.
Yeah, that'd be good. It's like
they're like, I promise I'm handicapped, and you're like, what has 3 legs?
Yeah. But so anyway, we were like, this was before anything had started. There's like this amazing race thing. We're looking at the riddles like, oh, let's see if like we can solve a couple. We're going down the line on these signs, solving the riddles. And on one of the signs, the piece of paper that had the riddle on it had fallen down. And so I like reached up and flipped the piece of paper back up to like retape it. And like I said, there's a handicap. It's on a handicap sign. So I grabbed the handicap sign and just sat there and started to read it. And apparently there was just a wasp chilling on the back of the handicap sign. I literally just basically smashed the wasp in between my finger and the handicap sign.
Oh, she got stung on the inside of the hand.
It stung me. Well, it stung me on the inside of like my finger right here.
Dang.
And dude,
did you freak out?
Well, I was just kind of like, it was one of those things where when I pulled my hand away like this, I immediately pulled my hand and twisted it to look at it. So like that, can you see that mark?
No.
That's what. Well, so like there's like a small mark right there, and that's where it stung me. But I pulled my hand and turned it, and the wasp was still attached on my finger.
He was just like getting pulled around by his butt.
No, literally. and so I literally like went like that and flicked it off.
The stinger stay in you?
No, it actually didn't. But because I don't know, Megan, do wasps
die?
Lose? I don't think they do. Yeah,
bees do, right?
Bees do, but I don't think wasps do. So it literally was just like when I turned, it was just literally still stinging me, and then when I flicked it off, it just flew away. Like it was fine, but we saw it like it stayed in that area. But anyway, it was just kind of like an interesting thing because late last year I was stung by a bee for the first time in a while as well, and we kind of figured out that I was slightly allergic to them, and so. It swells a little bit more than the normal person, the average person.
A little bit of a mitt on you right now.
Yeah, it's gotten a tad better from yesterday, but it is still swollen. And
do you have to be like allergic to a bee or a wasp, or does the sting like carry like a poison in it where it would make everyone have some kind of reaction?
It has poison. That's what they call like it has a poison or it's called a venom.
Yeah.
But different people react to the venom differently. Like for example,
but like if I got stung, I haven't been stung by a wasp in forever, but it's like if I got stung by a wasp, would it probably still, it wouldn't just be the pain and over. It would probably still swell up a little bit around the sting, right?
Right. So for a normal person, I think I was looking it up the other day. I think for a normal person, it's like within 10 minutes, the pain would subside. Like it would go away within 10 minutes. And then the swelling can last for a few days in a local area. But for me, I got stung on my finger and I feel itches sometimes on my arm. And like the swelling went all the way up my hand. And like I'm on a steroid right now. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's a little different. But
what's the difference in like a steroid they'd put you on for that and like a Anabol or something that guys take to get jacked?
Dude, I'm wondering the same thing.
If you started lifting while you're on it, would you notice some gains?
I've tried it a couple of times. I've been on this oral steroid.
His hand hurts so bad. He's just like cranking push-ups.
I've been on the same medicine for like my back in the past. I didn't notice anything different when I was working out, but
no gains?
Who knows? Maybe I just need to try a little harder. I don't know.
Who are you getting your steroids from?
The pharmacy.
Oh, okay. Like CVS.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It just kind of that was something.
I remember when I was a kid one time, we belonged to like a country club, and we had some family friends that belonged there too, and we were at the pool, and it was either a wasp or a bee, but I think it was a wasp, and I got stung. Me and my buddy Taylor were hanging out, and I got not my sister, my buddy's name was actually Taylor too, but we were sitting together, and the wasp stung me, and I think he was allergic, but I didn't really know. And he was just like, I'm glad it stung you and not me. And I just remember being like, dude, shut up.
Really upset at him.
Yeah, it was just like my mom was like tending to it, and I was just like, can you believe you said that?
Tending? What was she doing to it?
I don't know.
It's like kissing him?
Probably.
Wait, how old were you, did you say?
I don't know, dude. I don't know my age when I'm young. So what did we just talk about?
I don't know my age when I'm young.
Dude, okay, so my mom listens to the pod, so like whenever I say something, she will like correct me if I'm wrong about something a couple days later. So,
oh yeah, she corrected me on something that you had said one day.
Bro, we actually need to talk about this. You know that midget that I said got hit by the car?
That's what she was talking to me about. Dude, that's what she was talking to me about. I saw your mom at Chipotle the other day, and she literally came and started talking to me about it.
Okay, so we go on vacation. That episode comes out while we're there, and one night we're sitting at the table, and my mom and sister just team up on me and just go, that was not a midget. His body was like scrunched up. Like, I think he was like curled up from like getting hit by the car, but he looked like a really little man. But his pants did come off like down around his ankles, like it knocked his pants down.
That's crazy.
Around that. But yeah, super sad story. And apparently it was like not a midget. And then they're like, you're not even supposed to be saying midget. And I was like, okay, I'm sorry. I thought that's what you want. But okay, yeah. And then she goes, and you weren't 6, you were 7 or 8. And I'm like, oh my
gosh. Yeah, it's crazy.
I had no idea.
No, yeah.
I have like really just one like landmark event in my life that I know what age I was, and I gauge my childhood based on that. So I'm like, we lived in this neighborhood and we moved when I was 5. So if I remember this happening in this house, I was 5 or less.
That makes sense.
And when we moved, so we moved to that other house, and I knew we lived there. Like, I knew I wouldn't have been 5 or less, or I wouldn't have had this vivid memory of this guy dying, I guess. But, so I was just like 6, but she's like, you were 7 or 8. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, no, I definitely don't have like the exact, I have a range.
The detail I didn't realize, Emma had just gotten home from China. We had just adopted her, and she was like in the back seat, and I think it was kind of traumatizing for a young little, like, she didn't, she just got like super quiet and everything, my mom said. So it was kind of sad, tough situation. What else is going on?
I think I would have got super quiet too. Yeah, no, we can continue within my week because I actually have another story. So on, when was this? Not Wednesday. It was on Friday, I believe. So I went on like a little run / workout with Bryce, one of my buddies, the other day. And
did you guys just run up to like tire discounters or something?
No.
Ace Hardware.
Why did you choose tire discounters?
What's the place you went to? AutoZone, right?
For my car? Yeah, AutoZone was.
That's where I like to do my runs.
Yeah. No, so we were thinking about like what we wanted to do, but we both just kind of wanted to like do something like get your heart rate up. It was like pretty hot day, but we didn't think it'd be too bad. Anyway, Bryce kind of had the idea to run up to the church, which is like from my house, it's like 2 miles. And then we were going to do a quick like body weight workout at the church, then run back. It was good. Run there was good. We like stayed pretty like a light jog. And then we got to the church and we started doing different stuff. So 50 burpee box jump overs, and then like lunges, squats, push-ups. But anyway, we were just trying to do them as fast as possible. So pretty much right when we got there, we went into these workouts, and we're just doing it in the parking lot of the church. And I don't know if it was like because of like the heat of our body temperature, or I don't know. But as we were doing, like, our first thing was burpee box jump over. So we were basically just doing a burpee and then like along, like jumping far.
Burpee broad jumps.
Sorry, broad jumps. I keep saying box jump overs. So like we would have to get down, like push-up stance, that kind of thing. And then of course we did push-ups later.
Yeah.
And like when we first both went down, we were like,
this before or after wasp sting?
This is after. So I was also, my hand was also swollen during this. That's a good detail actually. But so we like are going down, like doing these burpees and push-ups, and we were both kind of like, the ground's like pretty hot, and we just kept going. Dude, we just kept going. I don't know what it was, but it didn't feel like if you grab like a hot stove, like, or like a hot pan or something, like it's like you immediately like pull your hand back. It didn't feel that hot. It just felt like extremely warm. And
been there.
Anyway, we just kept doing push-ups. So I say all this to say, earlier when you had given your story like a couple episodes ago about when you burned your feet on the like asphalt in Florida, and I was like, my main thing was like, I don't understand how you do that, because why didn't you just step off? Like it would have felt hot.
There was nowhere to step off.
Right, and you said that, but like, could you not have stepped off into the grass or something?
There wasn't grass. It was a blacktop road, and then like
sharp brush. Okay.
So there was like this much space of like sharp rocks, and my feet were already burned, and so those killed. So I ended up sitting down.
So maybe it's a little different, but I was still thinking, like, while you were saying that, my whole thing was like, I don't understand how like you didn't realize immediately like that it was hot.
This is kind of toxic. Like I really went through something challenging, and you're just questioning.
If you let me finish, I'm saying I now understand you, but my point was, basically we did this whole workout and then I got blisters on my hands.
Did you?
So you can't, they're like slowly starting to go away, but you like, that was a blister. And then there was
did they bubble up?
A lot. They did. Yeah. So,
dude, when I did that, we had to go before we left the wedding rehearsal. On the way to the rehearsal dinner, we had to stop at a Publix and get safety pins for me to pop blisters on my feet.
Are you supposed to pop them?
I don't know, but it hurt.
I didn't pop these, and they've slowly gone down.
I don't know,
but this one was pretty big. Like,
dude, you got to be careful working out in like this heat. I told you I got like messed up from the heat when I was on vacation from a workout, but even like just getting hot and like your skin gets kind of soft. I did a bunch of burpee box jump overs, and like just being on the rubber mat with how like soft my skin was, both my palms like this and my kneecaps bruised for like 2 days.
Bruised?
Yeah. From like pressing down. I don't know. It's never happened to me before.
I have a bruise on my kneecaps from when we were doing lunges, because I was so tired or my legs were so like fatigued, when I would go down, my knee would like bounce off the cement.
Yeah, why didn't y'all there's a huge grass field there.
It was like kind of long, like grass. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It hadn't been cut in a little bit.
I did one workout in the field on vacation, and this is a long workout segment, and I added sit-ups to the workout for some reason in grass, and it like the grass like cut up my back so bad. Dude, it was like getting so itchy.
That's another thing. I don't think I would have wanted to.
Yeah, but it's not
my hands on
palms.
The grass. I don't know. Make it itchy though. Maybe
I got some. I don't know. I'm gonna have like the most old man hands one day.
Yeah, just because of how like messed up. I don't know, dude.
They're like, it's like basically all callus.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're and like, I don't know. They're kind of nasty looking.
Well, into this week, I got into, obviously, I'm saying into this week as of yesterday, Olympic opening ceremony. Did you watch any of that?
I've seen some stuff online, but I have not watched any of it. No.
I watched a little bit of it
Everything
live.
I've seen online has been negative.
Oh, really?
Like opening ceremony was just like generally bad, and then like
really
a portion of it was like I guess very disrespectful in terms of Christianity and stuff.
I've seen a couple. Yeah, I've seen a couple of those things, but I actually, so I was gonna bring up when I first joined the like live stream or whatever. I was watching on Peacock, which I guess is different than they stream it later here, I guess, but I didn't realize that. So I was watching it like, I just turned it on at like 2:00 in the afternoon or something when it was like actually live in Paris. And it was kind of weird. I mean, you could tell it was like they were trying to be like highly produced, and there was like almost like a movie scene. Have you seen anything about that? Like it started out with a pre-shot, like basically like
No.
10-minute like short film, and it was encompassing this like knight figure, and that was. Have you seen like that like figure that carried the flag and everything? It was riding on the horse.
No, I haven't seen anything.
You haven't seen any of that? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'll look it up. But anyway, I just thought it was like kind of odd. I mean, I don't have anything against it. It was just like, I feel like it'd be something to kind of talk about, because it was like literally this knight who had, or I'm saying knight, I don't know what it was. It was like an armored figure.
A jester.
And I think it was a jester. It's like an armored figure that would, basically it had the torch in these like cut up movie sequences, like these different scenes. And then it would cut back to real life, and it'd be like, they'd be filming this person actually running through Paris, and they were trying to make it look like, cut in between real life and this scene. And then like randomly it was on this like chariot horse that was like a robot horse as it like on this boat. And then
Too much.
And then it turned into, she was on a real horse walking up the like the main.
But was it bad or was it cool?
No, that's kind of why I brought up. I don't know if it was bad or cool. I don't really know what it was. I feel like there needs to be, for me, I feel like there needs to be significance. Like, why was that?
Yeah, they're just like, look what we can do with CGI.
Right, exactly.
Actually, I'll talk about this later, but that reminds me, I watched a Hot Ones came out this week with
that one's legit,
with Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds, and he talked about how like overdoing something with like CGI can like be detrimental to creativity. It's like a crutch for your creativity, because you're like, I mean, it's true. Like from a design standpoint, it's kind of like known that you don't want to like mock something up. If you're doing a t-shirt design, you don't want to mock it up until you actually work through the design, because then it just like looks, you can make a bad design look like sexy, and when it's really not, when it's not designed well.
Yeah.
Not sexy from like whatever, you know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know. When did the Olympics ceremony become like a big show? I don't remember at any opening ceremonies like these, like,
well, so that's the
all
thing.
These celebrities performing and doing that stuff. I thought it was about like bringing out the athletes representing their country. And
I don't think it was. So I think I've been hearing that like supposedly when Paris was decided to like host in 2024, whatever, like 10 years ago, however long they do it, they supposedly like were saying that they were gonna put on like the biggest show that we've ever seen. But I feel like it's not necessarily the biggest show we've ever seen. It's just they're gonna put on a show this time, because normally I don't think they do. I think they've brought out like performers in the past, but I always thought it was like during people were coming, like while people were coming out.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure this was they were on the boats on the river, the teams, and then that finished, and then all of a sudden they all came off the boats, and then there was like 3 concerts, and then this guy was just sprinting around Paris.
What the heck? I need to watch it, dude.
He's just faceless. He has like a
wait, did Celine Dion perform?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, on a zip line at one point.
Dude, who is that man?
He has on the fencing like mask, I think.
It's very Paris. Yeah, that would have been cool if as he ran, he just like impersonated every sport that's.
Yeah, see, that would have actually given some meaning to it, even though
that's just like a criminal in Paris running around.
No, literally. Like I need to hear like if there was actually like some significance behind like why he was dressed like that, or
why there's a robot horse.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me get a picture of that.
Why did I think I had seen something where Celine Dion's vocal cords had like, she had some condition, they were like deteriorating, like she couldn't sing anymore.
Apparently she still has it. They were saying like, oh my gosh, it was so hard for her to do that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did it sound good or bad?
I didn't hear it.
Because I've seen her try to like sing some of her songs before, and she can't. Like her voice won't do it anymore.
I wasn't watching it. Supposedly it was good. I've heard good things about it. But no, here's the horse. I mean, it looked cool, but it's like this knight figure that's been running around the whole time was just on this mechanical horse that it was just basically on like a tri-tune, basically a pontoon, but it has three what do you call it? Like the
big old things.
yeah, basically the things that keep it afloat. And it was just like the figure was just riding on it and the legs were just like moving as if it was running.
Okay.
But like when I tell you this went on for forever, it went on for forever. This guy was just...
Yeah, I don't understand the...
And he just had the Olympic... So basically, I guess the only significance that I know of is you see like the flag on his back. He had the Olympic flag on his back. And supposedly he was carrying the flag to be like raised because they had that arena under the Eiffel Tower. So... But, dude, he started at the beginning of the river where all the boats did, so it took him like 45 minutes to get down there. Dude, he literally
You see the guy running through the city just...
Dude, I was talking to my parents. I was like, there's no way they have to have multiple of these people because there's no way this one guy... Well, actually, I know they had multiple people. And this is also pretty funny because it started out as like this guy was like doing parkour on Paris roofs. And then it was like this figure was walking across like the huge arena under the Eiffel Tower carrying the flag. And it very much then looked like a woman inside of the figure. But it did not look like a woman in the first place when he was like jumping on roofs and stuff. So they definitely had multiple people like doing it. But because we had turned it back on when like the figure was carrying the flag down. I was like, that does not look like the same person.
It's just all of a sudden like super overweight.
Yeah, the horse just has to like stop.
Zipline just.
Yeah, the United States like announcers or whatever, like they were like, oh whoa, he's ziplining now.
They're like, what the heck? What are we watching?
Yeah, I don't
Is
know.
parkour an Olympic sport?
It was interesting. I don't think so.
No,
I think climbing is.
I've been getting into parkour videos.
What?
I've been like watching them. I'm not gonna do parkour, but just like watching dudes like flip off of buildings and stuff. It's crazy.
Like what? One of your like YouTube rabbit hole things?
Yeah, no, I just get their reels suggested to me all the time. So
yeah.
Did you watch that Hot Ones, the whole thing?
I haven't finished the whole thing yet. No.
Did you hear Ryan Reynolds talk about the initial idea for Wolverine, Deadpool and Wolverine, whatever?
I don't think so.
So they were. I think Sean asked him about like a question about like how important is like a movie leak and like how do you go about being strategic about what to leak about a movie, when to do it, whatever, like a costume or something. And he was saying like, yeah, it's very strategic. It's also very, very difficult to like keep things secret.
Oh yeah.
And so, but he gave this concept that was real. He's like, I had posters made for it and everything. Dude, this would have been so funny. He had a movie coming out called Alpha Cop. He's like, and it was going to be made to be like this horrible movie. He's like, I had posters made. It was like about these two guys that each had half a brain, and together they made the ultimate cop. And he was like, it was called Alpha Cop, and it had a tagline. It was like, two cops, one brain, all balls. That was like the tagline.
Wait, so it just got leaked and he didn't do it, or what?
No, so he was like wanting to do it, and he was going to make this movie, promote it, where like 100 people would go see it, whatever, like just because it looks like a bad movie. And then like 5 minutes into the movie, it flickers and the Marvel logo comes up, and it's Deadpool Wolverine that nobody even knew was coming out.
No way! That
but he was like
crazy.
He was like, it would have been so cool, but he's like, even if you get up to the last second and it gets leaked that's what's happening, it's like devastating. So
right.
That would have been so funny, dude.
That would have been fire.
Can you imagine like if people because you would get to go see that movie in an empty theater if you were one of the first people, but then it would leak online, and then literally everyone would go see that movie.
Yeah, so that's the only thing is the second the movie came out on
Well, I
social
know,
media,
but then
it'd be
that
everywhere.
creates so much intrigue. I almost feel like more people would go see it because they're like, I want to see this horrible alpha cop for 5 minutes too.
That actually is true though, because it's like, I'm sure like their financial like advisors or whatever are like, no, that's stupid. Just the normal marketing promo for Deadpool Wolverine will get you more stuff, like blah blah. But at the same time, that's something whereas like people in like marketing will mess up on purpose so that they go viral or do different things. Obviously, that's not messing up, but like I feel like that could almost rival the normal marketing. Yeah, that's cool.
That would have been it would have been so funny. But his tagline, dude, 2 cops, 1 brain, all balls.
Dude, that would have been so
like the most like the worst movie of all time.
That would have been so legit though, because that's so on brand for like just Ryan Reynolds and Deadpool and
I want to see that movie though. We'll hopefully see it soon.
Dude, I want to see that movie Twisters, dude. Actually, I'm going to see.
I haven't seen much about it, but
I just feel like it's just there's so much room for it to like, or not that specifically, but those types of movies to be like cheesy, or just kind of like not. I don't know. I feel like cheesies or just like corny kind of thing because it's like, okay, there's a tornado, obviously, but
it's like Sharknado.
Yeah, but I've just like seen literally nothing but like good stuff about it. So
I'll have to go see it. Probably see Deadpool first, but I saw something this week that I have a Shark Tank for.
Let's go.
So I think we were watching The Bachelorette.
Okay.
And it was the first episode, and they were introing the guys. And, it, like when they intro them, it's like, what's up? I'm Brad. I'm from Maryland and whatever. And then it shows like supposed to be like candid footage of his life, and he's like out playing basketball and walking his dog and doing this stuff. It's all cheesy that they send in for his like intro.
Yeah.
Well, this guy introed, and then it just showed like a snap video of him playing basketball in his life, and it just had like big Snapchat text on it that said like broski hot with it. Just like across the video.
What do you mean Snapchat text?
Or whatever. You know how like when you send a snap, you put text over top of the video?
Oh.
So like they couldn't get that removed. It was just like, it just said like on TV, it just said like broski hot with it, like the angled text someone slapped on the snap video.
That's crazy. If they didn't add that, that's insane.
Well, Bachelorette didn't add it. He did when he took the video in the first place and then sent it in.
Right. Yeah.
Or he was just like, this is my highlight reel, like send in old footage. I don't know. Shark Tank. We create with the help of AI. We create a software where you can send us your videos, and we will go through and remove all the cringy text from them, so that one day when you're trying to show your grandkids videos from your childhood, you don't look like a major douche.
Just the like text over top of the video on Snapchat?
Yeah, we get rid of it.
How?
We'll scrub text from that AI. Or other ways.
What's it called? Instead of Scrub Daddy, it's what?
Is Scrub Daddy taken?
Yeah.
But
I said instead of Scrub Daddy.
It's probably not competitive to Scrub Daddy. A sponge and a AI software.
So we just still call it Scrub Daddy?
Scrub Zaddy.
Scrub Zaddy? Scrubs your
Zaddy.
Scrubs your Zaddy.
What could we call it?
Scrubbing your screen, scrubbing your
clean. We just call it clean Papa or clean Papa.
Clean Papa's text. Clean text Papa.
Yeah, clean text Papa.
Clean text Papa. Okay. Okay, I can get behind that.
Anyways, because I feel like
Sharks might bite. Sharks might bite.
Yeah, get the sharks to bite on that one. I just feel like one day we're gonna have all these videos with this ridiculous text, and
Yeah.
Like grandkids are going to want to see old videos and they're going to be like, why'd you write all that crap on it?
Yeah, there is something to that because it's like, we're no longer like slapping in like what is it, like a VHS tape to show like our home videos. We're pulling up our Snapchat memories.
Yeah.
What does that say about our society?
I don't know. There's I think a lot of things that say really poor things about our society.
What are a couple more
that say poor things about our society? Maybe the Olympics opening ceremony. Bomb drop. Call back.
Yeah. Maybe
a bunch of other things as well.
Maybe. You're like, I can't really think of anything else. Nothing comes to mind.
Yeah, there's a bunch of things, but I don't know right now. Anything else? Do you get to know the bros?
Yeah, we can.
Hit me with it. Megan's been a little quiet this ep because she is not there. We had Evelyn was wanting to play, so we
Hold on, let me
she
get back
could not join us.
I got off of it when I went to the night. We never got to your week though, actually. Do you have anything interesting? Or today? What's going on with you today? You said you
just
weren't feeling great.
Of not feeling great?
Yeah, what's going on? Because I felt like it wasn't just like
I don't know.
a sickness or something. It was almost like something paranormal is happening within your body.
I don't know. I think I overdid a workout and some things are stemming from that.
Oh, okay. You hadn't said that.
That thruster workout that I told you about?
Yeah.
It's kind of messed me up.
I didn't know that was what this was though.
Yeah, like my
That's
legs.
how you got sores in your mouth.
Okay. I do think I'm like
What was that thruster workout?
on the verge. I do think I'm like sometimes you're like on the verge of getting sick and it can like you can either get sick or you can kind of take it easy and avoid it sometimes. I feel like time will tell. But yeah, the thruster workout was a lot of legs and it's just kind of I think it was a little too much. Typically, you know, when you're sore, like if I'm sore, I can get into a workout and forget about the soreness. Like you start moving and you don't really feel it.
Yeah.
Right?
Somewhat. I just feel like you can get into a groove. Is that what you're saying? Like you can find like a flow?
Yeah, like if my legs are sore or whatever, I warm up and then like I'm sweating and my body's warm, my legs don't really feel sore anymore.
Okay. Yeah.
So like this morning I had to go, my legs were like crazy sore. Where like getting out of my car, I was having a hard time kind of standing up. And like getting out of bed, I was having a hard time. Where like you kind of walk, but like anytime my leg will like contract, like my quad, it is like really painful. So I end up like kind of stiff legged a little bit. But we have like this, I'm on this team that we're doing this like local competition with. So we ended up doing like 3 workouts this morning. And
this morning?
Yeah. In my
oh, that's right. Yeah. Sorry.
I couldn't think about anything else but how bad my legs were hurting, which is not normal.
Really?
Yeah. So
when is that competition?
Like end-ish of August.
Oh, okay. So it's coming up.
24th or something, whatever that Saturday is.
Are you guys training like consistently together?
This is the first time. So
is there 3 of you?
4.
4.
Yeah. So it was fun, but yeah, I don't know. I think I just need to rest a little bit, and then I probably should have rested yesterday, probably today, but I didn't either day. So sometimes I think when I'll like push it too hard in a workout, I think it makes me sick sometimes too.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense.
Plus I had that thing from like jiu-jitsu. It's kind of been a whirlwind since we got back from vacation.
Yeah. What is that? Did you find out what it is?
It's, I mean, showing all our cards to the listeners here. It's either like a spider bite or like a staph infection. So I'm taking an antibiotic just to be safe.
That's tough.
But anywho, just some health issues and
that's tough. We can get into
AC. I left the gym today and it was hot, and I got in the Civic and I just turned on the AC and it wasn't as cold as I thought it would be, and I thought, is this AC going out? And then I thought, I can't think about that.
You're just gonna call Paul.
He's like, I don't do car units.
Car units. There's not a unit in there. There's a full unit in your backseat.
Just like
that's what Paul would say.
huge rectangle.
Paul would tell you need a unit in your backseat. You need a full-on AC unit.
Watch out, the bunny's getting off. So,
anyway, okay. I get flamed for a lot of my questions that get to know the bros, and I might today, but I don't care.
What color would you be?
So no, this is, but I think this you can get to know someone well, with this as well. So I don't know.
Wait, can we pause for a second?
Sure.
I realized we never welcomed guys in socks to this episode.
That's true.
I looked down at my socks and I thought somebody would like to see these.
I don't know if they might only be in frame if you kind of lift them up a little bit.
Well,
just give them a little peek.
Maybe that was in frame. Maybe
I think
not.
so. I think your toe might have touched it there.
Yeah. So, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Justice, back to you.
Sweet. Okay. So have you heard anything about how Cincinnati used to, like, or not used to, but they were building underground like passageways for a train, and then the project was canceled. Have you heard anything about that?
Yeah, like very vaguely. I had heard that there was like some underground tunnels in Cincinnati, but I didn't know like what was happening, or I don't know.
So my question, I want to dive more into that.
Yeah.
And I think I know the answer to this, but I just thought it was a cool talking point. So the question is, if you could only travel by train or plane for the rest of your life, what would you do? And it sounds simple, but here's my question.
If you only travel by train, you limit half the world.
Yes, but here's my question. There was this dystopian movie that I saw in high school where the trains would go under the ocean. I might pick train. If that's a thing, do you pick train?
That is impossible, I think.
I know, but it was in this dystopian movie. Do
you know if they were under the ocean, as soon as they hit the water, they would all just implode on themselves from pressure. That's what happened to the billionaires that went down to see the Titanic.
We're not going as deep as the Titanic.
You said under the ocean.
Yeah, maybe there's bridges under the ocean. You don't have to go that deep. I don't know.
Under the ocean is not at the bottom of the ocean?
I don't know.
Okay, we're just speaking hypothetically.
It was all hypothetical.
All right.
Yeah.
So would I rather train under the ocean if I could still go to other continents, you're saying?
Okay, so yeah, just if you still could go to other continents, would you pick train over plane?
No.
I don't know why. I kind of would.
It would take way longer, be way more dangerous. And
what? How is it more dangerous?
I mean, you're going under the ocean.
Okay, you got to stop saying, okay, in this hypothetical, there's no danger going under the ocean.
Okay, well...
But there's every danger in the sky.
Yeah, I think I would pick... No, there's not. I would rather crash in a plane than have a...
I'd rather implode in a train.
Have a train close around me.
That's 0.3 seconds, and the plane, you're like terrifying. Like,
no, you just die on impact. Did we talk about this? Do you think in the time that a plane would crash, you could come to peace with it?
We have talked about this before. And I think I said no. Well, me personally, I think I said no. But actually, I don't know. Maybe we...
Oh, because we talked about that just one guy just being like, ah!
Right. But no, that question came like about because I've always been jealous of, I don't know, like I know most trains, like for example, in Paris, there's like trains everywhere.
Yeah.
And like there was some like hacked system, like literally yesterday during the Olympic opening ceremony where people were stranded and everyone was like on the news saying like, that's our main like transportation thing. And I know a lot of like subways, trains are like, well, yeah, I guess I keep saying trains. I think the Cincinnati thing was more subway, but but anyway, like that form of transportation, I know sometimes it gets like a nasty like rap, like they're kind of like nasty, but I always thought that was so cool. Like I feel like that would be so cool. If you're just in Cincinnati, especially if you live like in an apartment,
You go underground.
you get across the city in like 2 seconds if you just had like a yearly pass to the subway.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I guess
But then you got to like climb that ladder up to the top again every time that you want to get out.
what are you climbing out of the Ninja Turtle like subway? Dude.
You pay Master Splinter and you climb to the top. No, I feel like I would definitely pick planes. It's not a secret on this podcast that I don't like flying, but it's not because of like a fear thing.
Which is why I thought this would be a good question for you.
It's because of the hassle and the uncomfortability of like being cramped on a plane, and I feel like it would be a similar thing on a train.
You think it'd be more cramped on a train than a plane?
No, I think it could be similar. Like a lot of trains, I don't think every train is, depending on how far you're going, I don't think they're like cabins like in Harry Potter where the Dementors come in and stuff.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of.
I think there's still trains that have like row seats.
Yeah, but I was thinking like if you're going to
I'm going to be
another
honest,
country,
I've never been on like a train.
Me either.
I've been on like subways and
the monorail
things where like a lot of the times you're just standing on holding a pole or something. But
right. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I'm just jealous of not having subways and trains around me because
you can move to Europe.
Yeah. I can move anywhere. Move to New York.
Well, probably not. I don't think they'll let you in North Korea.
That's true. Yeah. Do they have subways in North Korea? No. Because they're not coming out.
Dude, North Korea is messed up.
That is.
We don't have to get into that.
I was about to say, that's a good topic, though.
Somebody posted something
Not that we
the
know
other day
anything about
where
it,
a car, they were doing a parade in North Korea or something. This car was driving, and it had a picture the size of this wall mounted on top of the car.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just a picture of Kim Jong-un. And the caption just said, like, when you take a fire selfie but forget that you banned internet in your country. So he's just like parading his selfie around. That's kind of funny, but it's also super sad, dude. It's like basically like, I don't know.
Basically
horrible situation.
Basically
over
true. Like, dude, low-key just wanted to show off that selfie.
Some of the stuff I hear, you never know what's true and what's not. Like,
also,
the people that I hear stuff about North Korea from have, like, most of the time not been in North Korea. Basically 100% of have not been in North Korea. So,
yeah. I feel like we've mentioned it before, too, because that girl that was on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I need to listen to that more. But
yeah. Anyway, that's all I have for today.
Anywho.
Yeah, we don't have to end on
planes, trains, automobiles, and North Korea.
Wow. That's a good description there for the pod. But yeah, I feel like this was a more chill pod. Happy to have the new chairs.
Mm-hmm.
Listeners don't no longer have to hear that squeak.
Yeah. Definitely a more chill pod. I kind of knew it was going to be like that based on how my whole body feels right now. So
yeah, I liked it though.
We'll recover and we'll get back.
Yeah,
I do think the chairs make it feel like
more relaxed.
We could just turn the camera off and just talk.
Yes,
or let it roll and talk. That's kind of what we did.
I agree. No, yeah, appreciate the surprise.
Yeah,
they're great. They make me more relaxed.
Good. Yeah,
and yeah, just like. You said it perfectly.
What did I say?
You said that we could just sit here and talk.
Oh, yeah. Thanks. All right. Well, see y'all for episode 32 next time. See ya.